Hi, good afternoon, guys. It's Darren from Jace Media, and tonight in the chair we have a rather poorly six-string slinging LozCampbell. Loz, good afternoon. How are you?
Hello. Yes, I am a little bit poorly, but we're still here.
Yeah, you're fine. I like that. I like that. So, what's life been like for you? You know, with the music and stuff. What's been going on?
Busy, just late nights, early mornings. This is the life, living
Life
the
of a
dream.
life of a rock star. Yeah.
Oh yeah, living the dream.
So your new single, Bad Girl, is out. I watched it a couple of weeks ago and I did my review for it. And it's a little killer track, I
Oh,
must
thank
admit.
you. Thank you very much.
Did you have a lot of fun making it? It seemed like a lot of fun.
Yeah, to be honest with you, and I know everyone always says this. This is the best track we've done, and this is the most fun we've ever had. But to be honest with you, it is. For example, like I've got used to working with that producer now. It's the third time we've worked with him.
Yeah.
So I feel comfortable, and I had a clear vision for the video as well. So I felt comfortable. The girls that do my video have become best mates of mine. So that was really nice. And it was just a very smooth process this time. Everything was just, went to plan, shall we
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I was joking in the studio that the third child is always the easiest to come out.
Yeah, so they say. So they say. And having
Well,
three kids
I have no
myself.
idea. So
Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky. I have three, so let me tell you, and
oh
they
well.
don't get any easier. But I'm glad that it's went really smoothly. It's gathered a lot of attention anyway. The track, it's a lot of people are chatting about it as to how good it is, and obviously how good you are in it. You're singing in and your six string slinging. It just must have been it must have been good to get back in kind of the studio and get yourself back to doing what you do best.
Yeah, we hadn't been to the studio in about a year, so it was really good to go back, and I went back with a new band as well, so that was
Yeah.
exciting.
Was
Yeah.
it rusty? Did you feel rusty at all? Did you? Was it just like you had never been away?
I don't think we were rusty because we were out on the road pretty much constantly since July. So we were ready to just go into the studio, very
Yeah,
hungry to make the new track, shall we say.
yeah, and get it out there.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the Jen and album? There's an album coming, an EP. What have we got? What's in the pipeline?
Maybe a single. It's budget dependent, but maybe a single. We've got enough to do an EP, but
Yeah,
we've funded it all ourselves, so it's kind of
yeah, it's hard. It must be hard for you. It's a hard thing.
yeah.
Getting the funding and stuff like that. And when you have so many good ideas, and can't get them out, and I'm not saying can't get them out, but obviously sometimes it's difficult because money is the root of all evil, as they say,
Yeah.
and trying to make enough of it to get the singles out, is hard. But people say, oh yeah, it must be great being in the music business. Yeah, it is to
Yeah.
a certain extent, but it's hard to get the cash.
Oh, totally. It's it's like I say, early mornings, late nights. It's a killer, but this is what we love. So
Yeah. I say to people, when I'm interviewing and stuff like that, I have probably the best job in the world when I go to review a band or a singer. And this is the part I love, sitting chatting to new stars, new bands, upcoming bands that have been around. You get a personal feel for that person, and kind of what they're going through, what they've been through, and where they're trying to get to. So I really cherish, getting in front of you guys and kind of getting to know a bit about LozCampbell, what makes her tick, where she's been, where she wants to go. And that's a real cool thing for me. So I really appreciate your time. You know, we'll try and not keep you too long. I know you're a bit poorly, but
Oh, thank you.
yeah. What drives you on? What makes you want to be a musician? What makes LozCampbell tick?
Initially, there was a drive from a young age to be in a band. I don't know exactly what started that off. It's a weird internal flame, shall we say. And it's quite hard to put that out because as I've grown older, and I'm not that old, but you know, as you see all your friends settling down, and as particularly over the past few years, you know, people are, you know, buying houses, buying cushions and things, and I'm thinking, hang on, is that what I'm supposed to be doing? You know, but
yeah,
you know, my passion is elsewhere, and it feels like a long road that I'm walking down, but I enjoy it. I enjoy meeting people in the music scene. You know, so many friends that I've made over the years. I'm so grateful for music, you know, giving me this life. And also, you know, I just now what drives me is the people that are wanting more music and that feeling that I get when I'm on stage. I love that. You know, I miss, you know, we played Stoke a few weeks ago, but I can't wait to play again, you know, because usually we were out every single week. But this year we've taken it a bit of a step back. I said, oh, we're just going to do a few shows, keep it really exclusive. I say that, there's about 24 in the calendar now, but...
That's one a month, you know, but...
Well, there we go.
You know, but you know what? You know, I think you sometimes think that, you know, a lot of people say less is more. So if you have, you know, a few shows, people will, you know, people's desire to want to see you more. Because it's not like, she's playing every week, I can go and see her here and everywhere. You know, so I guess this taking a step back, concentrating on, you know, making the singles and trying to make some videos, I think only drives the hunger for you and for the fans that wanna, you know, that wanna heap praise on you. You know, I know that, you know, Bad Girls is attracting a lot of attention. You know, it's sort of for awards and stuff like that, you know, and stuff like that, and shows and things. And that must be a great feeling as well.
Yeah, to be honest, it is, and it's what I wanted for this track, because I felt, and we all sat there in the studio, and we even took a driver down who takes us on tour usually. I said, do you know what? There's nothing going on in January. Do you want to come down to the studio? I was like, yeah, go on then. And he sat there and he just said to us, you know, me and Tom, the drummer in the studio, he turned to us and said, if this doesn't like gain any attention, you know, and catapult you a bit further on, he said, nothing will. So, I mean, he called it, bless him, Brad, we love him, but it feels amazing. It really does, because a lot of work goes into it, and to get a little bit of recognition for it is just, that's what you do it for, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think, you know, I think when you make a track and you want people to feel the buzz from it, and I guess that for you is kind of it stokes the passion and the flame in you that you've made something that people sit up and take notice. You know, I think myself, you know, I think it's had about 700 hits on my website so far. Okay. You know, and you know, and here is my review, written especially for you, Loz. So at the end
you'll
of the day,
have to send me that, because I don't know if I've seen that.
Yeah, see, you know, maybe get on to Wes and say, "Where's my review, mate? Come on."
He's probably sent me it.
and it's probably got lost somewhere. But you know, if you want, I'll send you it again, Loz. I think for me, it's my take on what I'm standing watching, you know, and how I feel at this track and what it brings to the party. You know, people might go, he talks a lot of nonsense, but you know, for me as a music reviewer, it's all about me standing in the front barrier, watching you guys, telling us a new one, and how I feel about what this track says to me. So I hope that if you do get to read it, you will like it. And if you don't like it, you can tell me. You know,
well, it's good job I didn't. It's good job I didn't read it before this interview, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd be thinking, don't like this guy. Oh, this guy's all right. But, I guess it's just, I get lots of new music coming across in my bows and stuff. And there is something exciting about you as a musician. You've got a little bit of swagger, you get a bit of swagger about you, you get a little bit of attitude, and you can play a mean guitar. So
yeah, thank you.
that's three things that get good ticks from me, and I guess you get that. I guess you get that a lot.
You don't like to say, yeah, do you? Because then you sound like an egotistical, you know what? But I get a lot of good comments that do boost my confidence, because I have a lot of self-doubt. No matter how much swagger I put across, and I do look like I'm immensely confident on stage, which I am because I'm not myself on stage. But, before and after the show, I have loads of self-doubt, and I'm sure loads of musicians do. You always want to be your best, and then you're thinking, was that my best? Or I wish my pedal hadn't slipped, or, I wish my water hadn't chucked all of me. You just think this is live and things happening. Musicians are sensitive people, so there you go.
Yes, I've met a few of my time laws, let me tell you. But you know what? I guess bits of that, what you're saying, make you human. If you had the persona that, I'm just going to go and put my heart on my sleeve and do what I do, and you maybe listen to some negative comments or people, saying this or that about you or the music, I don't think you would ever leave your house, so I guess for you, and for me, I mean, sometimes if I write something, you hope that people like it. Some people might go, this guy talks a load of nonsense, doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't sound like that at all. But you know what, that's my own personal take. And I think for you, going out on stage, and there's bits of me wish that when I go to a gig, I think I wish that I was him on stage, because that looks really cool, because it looks as though you're living the best life. You're up there.
And you are for 30 minutes of it, and then you find yourself at 2 o'clock in the morning in the service station, and there's no Maccadees open, and you're thinking, this is not living the dream.
Yeah, I'm tired. I'm hungry. I've got a Ginster's. I've got a Ginster's pie, and that's my life. But I guess.
Tell you what, though, it's those nights. I know we're joking about it and saying that, it's Maccadees and open, but so many good memories from, and like you said, people look up to you and they want to do what you're like. All my friends are like, oh, you're so cool, and I wish I could have those stories to tell. And that's what I think when I look back in 40 years' time, God, please let me still be here. But if I look back and I think, wow, that were a great time,
Absolutely. Listen, I've been in the music industry for 35 years, a long time. I've been a bodyguard, I've managed bands, I've looked after bands, I've toured, but this, like I said earlier on, is the best for me. You get to, this is like my passion. You do music, you write about musicians, and then you get to chat to them, or you get to go on tour. And, it's brilliant. The music industry is just so buoyant at the moment, and lots of new acts coming out like yourself, lots of new bands coming about. And I think that's, acts like yourself are going to keep the music industry going for a long time.
Well, hopefully.
So you better make some good music, because I'll be eating my words, Loz. I'll be thinking, I remember I was sitting chatting to Loz, and I was telling her about this, and then you go, oh, you know what? It's not for me. But I think for yourself, I think you're on a bit of a crest of a wave. If I'm not being as bold, I think I really do. I really, really do, Loz, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
That's very nice.
You're just an amazing talent, and I think that it's nice to have a bit of self-doubt and stuff like that, because I think that drives you on.
Yeah.
As a person. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, because you're striving to be better all the time. It's your internal motivation, and I am a very motivated person. Like I haven't switched the TV on since Christmas. You know what I mean? So I'm just busy doing things all the
Yeah.
time.
Are you writing at the moment more, less? Are you just concentrating on trying to get gigs, or are you looking future wise? Is that kind of what's your plan?
Well, the past month has been spent organising, obviously, the single release and all these interviews and the tour that we're doing with Firekind in July. So doing a headline tour which starts in Scotland and ends in Birmingham. So yeah, it's been a busy time sorting all that out, and obviously we hit the road again in April, so I've got to sort all those shows out as well. So yeah, it's been a bit of an organising 2 months, but I'm getting back to writing as we speak.
I kind of guess so as well. The organisational stuff is the start of the buzz, because you've got to book shows and and organise your tour van, and possibly if you're rich enough, get some hotels and stuff like that, or B&Bs or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that's maybe the start of the buzz, that you get the gear out, you get it clean, you get it tuned, and you know that in a little bit of time you're going to be hitting the road. That must be a real good feeling.
Oh, totally. Like, because it's, we've never had this time to totally focus on the studio and then hit the road. It's always been like gig, studio, somewhere in the middle, then back on the road. So it's been really nice to have time to promote it and do a good job of that, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, like I say, I think it's doing really well. And so, and that can only be a good feeling for you too, that, you put a sort of track out that someone goes, wow, this is just a little killer, a little killer tune and I think it sticks in a lot of people's heads, when you listen to it, so that must be a good feeling also.
Yeah, that's nice of you to say that. I think the riff, I'm proud to say, I think the riff is very catchy. Yeah, I do like that.
Yeah, it has something that you can always go back to, and I think that's what's really good about it. It's a catchy little number, So,
Thank you.
So listen, it's my pleasure. You could come on here and wax lyrical about stuff, but I guess I try and keep it as real as I can. I could come on here and tell you you're absolutely fantastic and do no wrong, but you know what? In the real world that we live in, stuff happens. But out of the stuff that's happening, good things are coming, and I think your music is one of those that's coming, like a little juggernaut, building speed, and ready to take on all comers, which I hope you will do with great gusto.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'll try my best for you.
Yeah, I hope so, and I'm hoping to get to the show in Glasgow anyway. I'll speak kindly to Wes, and I'll come down and I'll review the show.
Oh, that would be nice. Yeah,
we'll get a chat, we'll get a beer, and and you can talk about with the time we had the interview and you were feeling like crap. And and then you went out and you did your tour, and I guess when you feel crap, you really don't want to do an awful lot of stuff. And like I say, I appreciate your time, because probably the last thing you want to do is sit and talk to someone about music and answer probably some of the questions that someone else has asked you, probably throughout the day. But I totally appreciate your time. It is rubbish when you're ill, so thank you so much, Grayson.
As they say, these things do happen.
Yeah, they do. They do, but you will get better, you'll get fitter, you'll get stronger, and you'll be tearing up the road pretty soon, which I'm looking forward to. And just can't wait to see you perform when you hit Glasgow. So I'll be coming along to that. What's the next thing for Laws after this single? Have you got stuff written, ready for release? Or are you just waiting on Bad Girls to hit a meteoric rise and then release something else? What's the plan?
I would hope this single would attract some attention, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because we do have material written that's ready. I would really like somebody to put some cards on the table, so to speak, because I have been self-funding this for a long time now.
Yeah.
And I think to just push it to that next level, we could do with a little bit of a helping hand. And I'm not ashamed to say that, because it is time to work with somebody. I believe that. So yeah, if just see what this year brings.
Do you have anyone in mind that you would love to work with? Do you have anybody in your little wish list that springs up and you go, I would really like this person, that person? Because the power of the video, Laws, can get you places. I get about 188,000 views every month. This video goes to Australia, goes to America, it goes to Europe. So, this is your time. You have a minute. So prepare your speech.
I know. I've got to keep it realistic, haven't I? Because I don't want to start saying ridiculous stuff. But there was a producer that contacted me from New York. I'd quite like to work with him. Obviously, it's getting over there and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I've been listening to a lot of Dorothy. If you've not heard of her,
Okay.
Dorothy from California, she just released a track. I think you'd definitely like it. It's on the Bad Girl sort of wavelength, vibe, yeah. So I'd love to work with people over in America, to be honest with you, because I think that's the way for us to go. Just push out of the UK a bit. I think the scene over there, I've been told to get myself over to LA and do a bit.
Yeah.
So it's calling me. I think so. Yeah.
And I think, but that's good though. I think you have the desire to want to go there. We have a guy in New York that works with us here at Jace, so we can reach out and find out. He does a lot of audio interviews and things like that with lots of the top bands, and he works with a lot of stations and stuff. So I'll drop him a line and
thank you very much, much appreciated.
Let's try and get you pushed out there, And,
let's get over the pond, even if we have to swim.
Absolutely, and make it big over there. I think that's possibly the dream.
Yeah,
making it big in the States. I think, and I think you're right. New York's probably the place to get noticed.
Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people like to go to LA. A lot of people that I've spoken to have said they've had some really good times there. So somebody once said to me, said, you want to take about 6 months out and just go and give it a try.
Go and I think possibly go and maybe discover yourself. Do a bit of writing, do a bit of traveling, chat to a few people, and kind of see what the vibe is. And because you may go there and might think, I don't fit in, it's not for me. So you've got to go and explore that avenue. I do hope that you get there. I do hope that you succeed. And if Jace Media can do anything for you, we'll push it out there. As I say, I'll speak to my guy, and we'll see if we can push something in your direction.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that.
You can drop me a name, and then I'll push it to him and see if he knows, and we'll take it from there.
and then I'll buy a big enough suitcase and pack you into it.
Thank you. My goodness, Loz, you need a huge big suitcase for me. I'm a big old unit. You'll probably get charged extra luggage for the big old unit that I am. And maybe I can come and look after you. I could be your bodyguard. Stot around and just chill and take it easy.
I won't say no to that.
Absolutely. Let's make it happen. If we can. Now, listen, I'm cautious of taking up too much of your time. I know you're you want to get to chill time. But what I would like you to do is just put yourself in a shop window, give you a wee minute, tell everybody where they can see you, tell everybody about the single, whatever's coming out next, and where they can catch you. It's over to you.
Okay. So the new single is available on all platforms, so Spotify, iTunes, also available from our Bandcamp site. We've got plenty of new merch out as well, which you can find on the website, www.LozCampbellmusic.co.uk. And all the gig tickets are on the website as well. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to keep up with the gigs, basically. As soon as April hits, we're down in London, and then we're pretty much all over the country from then.
And then you're coming to the best place in the world.
For my first time in Scotland, yes.
Yeah, and you will have a brilliant time. You know,
I'm sure. I've heard good things.
Oh yeah, we Glaswegians, you know, we just love a good night out. We love a good gig. I was at the garage on Thursday night seeing Smith and Coatson.
Okay.
And it was absolutely packed to the rafters. Lots of happy, jolly people having a few pints and just really getting back into, you know, a good old rock show. You know, and
Sounds like my type of dude, does that?
Yeah, well, I hope, and the garage where you're playing Nice and Sleazy is right across the road from the garage. So,
okay.
Yeah, so you can go and check that out. And one day that may be you hitting the garage. But let me know when you get to Glasgow. Try and hook up before it. Get a little chat, you know, for the website and stuff. Grab a beer, and then I'll come down and review the show, and we'll take it from there.
Sounds lovely. Can't wait.
Brilliant. Listen, have the best time. I wish you every success with the single. It's doing really well. As I say, it gets hits on my site all the time. I hope that you go from strength to strength. I hope you enjoy what you're doing and do it well. And I wish you the best of luck.
Much appreciated. Thank you so much.
This is Darren from Jace Media with LozCampbell, chatting all things music, going to New York, me getting in the suitcase, and then starting what I'll always say to everyone, your world tour, because this is your world tour in Glasgow. Don't worry about anywhere else. Come to Glasgow, kick it off, get the reception, and then say, do you know what, I want to come back. So have the best time on the road, Loz. Great to chat. Stay safe, and we will see you when you come to Glasgow.
Much appreciated. Take care of yourself.
Take care. Take care, sweetheart.
See ya.